This is the best mouse for ergonomics, and it's probably not the best mouse, but in my opinion, it may not matter. Let's talk about it. All right, guys, so I've been using the MX Master for the last few years. It's probably one of the best ergonomic mice that you can find, and the reason for that is how it fits in the hand. So as you can see, it has like a really good shape to it. It just kind of fits like the hand is shaped. A good ergonomic neutral position is like you're shaking somebody's hand, and that's the shape of this mouse. So if I was to reach out and shake your hand, you can just fit the mouse right inside there. It's just like shaking somebody's hand. And that's why it's a really good mouse. And if you look at the Apple mouse, that mouse is pretty terrible because it's so low to the it just has a very low profile, and it's not ergonomic in any way. Its primary purpose is design, and the way it looks is very aesthetically pleasing. It does have some cool features about it, but in my opinion, it's not the best mouse for ergonomics. So what is the best mouse for ergonomics? In my opinion, the best mouse for most people is probably a vertical mouse because it takes strain off the carpal tunnel. When you're shaking somebody's hand, you're in a vertical position. When you're using this mouse, it has to go flat, right? So I have to pronate my hand, which is not a neutral position. This is where your hand ideally should be. Now, there's a lot of studies that haven't confirmed this, but if you want your hand in the most neutral position, it's just better to be in a vertical position. And the best mouse for this is the Evoluent mouse. You can buy these, you can get a wired one, you can get a wireless one. It's supposed to be the best mouse for ergonomics. But the thing is, I just kind of prefer a mouse that just fits the hand well. And so that's why I've been using the MX Master for such a long time. I think it's a great mouse for most people. For most people that just don't want to use a vertical mouse, I would definitely get like the MX Master. But you should also consider the Evoluent mouse because I think it's probably the best mouse that you can get for ergonomics. It's more suitable for people that want to have a more neutral position, and that's going to be people that are suffering from like carpal tunnel, wrist strain, any issue where they have like numbness or tingling in their hand or wrist. That's the mouse to get if you're having issues with that. But if you just want like a standard mouse, the MX Master I think is the best because of the position. Now, the other thing that's really cool about the MX Master is it has so many cool custom buttons. So as you can see here, there is a switch on top right here. You can click that one. You have a button here. You have a button here. And then you have a scroll wheel, right? You can customize every single button here to do whatever you want. You also have the scroll wheel here, which I don't think this is the most ergonomic scroll wheel that I've found. You also have buttons on the side here. If you're like on a web page and you want to go forward and back, you can do that. If you're doing video editing and you want to like skip forward or back, you can set it to that custom setting. There's just a lot of customization with this mouse that you don't have with other mouses. And I haven't found any other mouse like this, and that's why I kind of prefer Logitech mice. But yeah, in my opinion, MX Master, way to go for good ergonomics. The other thing that's really cool is if you're switching between different devices. If you have like a computer and then you have like an iPad or something, you can just flip a switch here and switch between both devices. If you have two different computers, you can do the same thing. Another really awesome feature about Logitech devices. And the same is with their keyboards. If you have like a Logitech keyboard, you can switch between devices really easily. I actually did this with my iPhone. I was using my Mac computer with the Logitech keyboard, and you flip the switch and you can transition to your iPhone. And I started typing just by simply using the keyboard. And using a keyboard for your iPhone is actually pretty useful. Another thing cool about the MX Master is you can use it for Macs, you can use it for PCs. Like, it's gonna work for both, and it just works well. The setup is pretty easy. Currently, I use this on my Mac. There's like a little dongle in the back, which I recommend using the dongle, because if you don't, you're gonna have a little bit of a lag. It will still work with your computer, but it's just a little bit of an annoying lag, and so it's going to take a little bit longer to wake up. And so I would definitely recommend using the dongle if you can. I know a lot of computers today use USB-C, and unfortunately this dongle is USB-A, so you'll need to have an A-type dongle. I'm sure the newer ones are going to have USB-C, but right now they have the type A dongle. Another thing that's really cool is it has USB-C to plug in, so I can just easily plug this in to charge it, and I've had this mouse for like the last 6 months, and I want to say I've like charged it once. Definitely recommend this mouse for anyone that's having ergonomic issues. For anyone that's having pain or strain, like try this mouse out. But if you're having issues with mice in general, if you're having wrist pain, you need to try a few different types of mice. And so this would be my first choice. Try the MX Master, try the Evoluent. I would actually just buy both and then return whatever one you don't like. Another option is you can mouse with your left hand. And then if you're having issues with your wrist, you want to get a mouse that has like the ball wheel. So there's a lot of different ones. I'll put them in the link below, but a ball wheel will kind of make it so you're just using your fingers to mouse with rather than your wrist. And then the last thing to consider is to get a trackpad. And Apple makes the best trackpad. There are other trackpads that you can use that are kind of okay, but get a nice glass trackpad. And the reason for that is you're not moving your wrist as much, so it's going to reduce the pain that you're having in your wrist. You're mainly just using your fingers to swipe and clicking motion. I love trackpads. I prefer a mouse in general, but for gestures and for scrolling, I just prefer a trackpad. And so what I actually use is I use a mouse and I use a trackpad because I think two hands is better than one. It's just easier to scroll with one hand, and then I will mouse with the other hand. If I want more fine precision, I'll use the mouse, and then I'll use a trackpad for scrolling and swiping between screens. I think that's the best way to be productive, and those are the two mice that I recommend. In my opinion. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you have a better idea of what the best ergonomic mouse is, please share it in the comments below. And I'm going to make more videos on ergonomics. I actually have a course on ergonomics that I'll put in the link in the description. But if you are interested in ergonomics, definitely subscribe below because I'm going to be talking a lot more about this in the future. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.